Most people will die average, not because they're stupid, not because they're unlucky, but because they choose comfort over courage every single day. That sentence should sting, because deep down, you know it's true. Look at your own life. Look at the promises you've made to yourself, the business you never started, the book you never finished, the risks you never took. Look at how often you reach for comfort instead of growth. Be honest, if you died tomorrow, would your life be remarkable, or would it be forgettable, average, ordinary? Here's the slap of truth. Mediocrity is not an accident, it's manufactured. Just like your laziness is manufactured. From the moment you were born, you've been trained to accept good enough. Go to school, get a job, pay your bills, stay quiet, don't disrupt. The system doesn't want you exceptional, it wants you compliant. And you've obeyed, without even realizing it. Shocking truth number one, you are not tired, you are sedated. Your constant exhaustion isn't because you work too hard, it's because you work on the wrong things. The average life drains you because it was never built for passion, purpose, or fire. It was built for predictability, for routine, for survival. But survival isn't living, it's waiting to die. Shocking truth number two, mediocrity is contagious. Look at the 5 people closest to you. Are they alive with hunger and drive? Or are they stuck in cycles of someday and maybe? Whether you admit it or not, their energy infects you. If they've settled, chances are you will too. That's why your social circle matters more than your IQ. Ambition rubs off, so does mediocrity. Here's the third harsh realization. Your excuses sound exactly like everyone else's. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't feel ready. Do you think the people who broke free had extra time lying around? Do you think they had perfect conditions? No. They just refused to let excuses become their identity. And that's exactly what you've done. You've mistaken your excuses for your personality. Now, let's talk about attraction dynamics, because mediocrity doesn't just kill your dreams, it kills your relationships. Nobody wants to admit this, but it's the truth. Average energy repels. When you settle into comfort, when your life lacks momentum, when you stop chasing growth, you become dull, forgettable, replaceable. People are drawn to movement, not stagnation, to fire, not apathy, to ambition, not excuses. And here's the part that should scare you. Mediocrity makes you invisible. In love, in business, in life. Nobody respects the person who talks big but never moves. Nobody admires the one who blends into the background. Nobody remembers the one who chose comfort over courage. But here's the paradox. Escaping mediocrity is easier than you think. It doesn't start with overhauling your life. It starts with one brutally honest decision: stop accepting average as normal. Right now, your bar is too low. You're aiming for survival when you should be aiming for impact. You're chasing comfort when you should be chasing challenge. You're obsessing over fitting in when you should be obsessed with standing out. So here's your first takeaway. Mediocrity is not a result, it's a choice. Every day you choose whether you'll stay the same or rise higher. Not with big, flashy decisions, but with the small, quiet choices you make when nobody's watching. Do you hit snooze or get up? Do you scroll or build? Do you numb yourself or face your discomfort? Those choices stack, and over time, they create the difference between a forgettable life and a remarkable one. Let me be raw with you. You don't have a motivation problem. You have a standard problem. You've accepted good enough as your baseline, and so your life reflects exactly that. Raise your standards, and your actions will rise to meet them. The world doesn't remember people who played it safe. It remembers the ones who dared to stretch beyond average, who fought against the sedation, who demanded more from themselves. So here's your challenge. Look at your life as it is right now and admit it. Are you extraordinary? Or are you average? Don't dodge, don't sugarcoat. Face it, because until you confront the truth, you'll never escape it. Most people will die average, but you don't have to. Let's be brutally clear. Average is not safe. It's dangerous. You think mediocrity means stability. You think if you keep your head down, play it safe, and follow the rules, life will reward you with security. That's a lie. The average life isn't safe. It's the riskiest life you could choose. Why? Because it guarantees regret. Look at the old man sitting alone at the coffee shop, the one staring at nothing. He didn't dream of mediocrity, he dreamed of greatness. But life beat him into submission. He compromised one excuse at a time until he became invisible. That's the real cost of average. A slow, quiet death while you're still alive. You're not bored. You are under-challenged. This is why you can waste 6 hours on Netflix but struggle to spend 1 hour on your goals. Your brain is starving for challenge, starving for growth, starving for something that matters. And because you feed it junk stimulation instead of real purpose, you live in a constant cycle of frustration and numbness. Shocking truth number 4, mediocrity makes you unattractive. In relationships, attraction isn't just about looks, it's about energy, about presence, about fire. Mediocrity kills all three. When you stop growing, you stop being magnetic. Your partner feels it, your friends feel it, even strangers sense it. Average energy repels, ambition attracts. And shocking truth number 5, mediocrity destroys confidence. Every time you settle, every time you betray your potential, you confirm to yourself that you're not capable of more. You don't lack confidence because you were born insecure. You lack confidence because you've stacked too many average days on top of each other. Confidence is earned through action, not affirmations. And let's not sugarcoat it. Average is a choice you make daily. You choose mediocrity every time you pick comfort over challenge. You choose it when you stay silent instead of speaking up. You choose it when you accept good enough in your health, your money, your love life. And each choice chisels away at your soul until there's nothing left but regret. Here's where most people get it wrong. They think escaping mediocrity requires massive, dramatic action, quitting their job overnight, moving across the world, reinventing themselves. That's not true. Escaping mediocrity begins with micro-rebellion, tiny acts of defiance against the comfort you've been programmed to worship. Instead of snoozing the alarm, you get up. That's rebellion. Instead of scrolling for 2 hours, you read for 20 minutes. That's rebellion. Instead of staying silent when something matters, you speak. That's rebellion. These small acts compound. They build momentum. They shift your identity from average person who settles to outlier who rises. And once that identity shift takes root, mediocrity has no grip on you. Here's the mindset shift you need. Stop asking, what do I want from life? And start asking, what am I willing to demand from myself? Because life doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you're willing to fight for. And let's talk about why you haven't fought yet. It's not fear of failure. Failure you can handle. What you're really afraid of is judgment. You're afraid people will see you trying, and if you don't succeed, you'll look stupid. That fear is exactly what keeps you average. But here's the slap of truth. People are already judging you. They're already placing you in the category of average. You're already invisible. The only way to change their judgment is to change your actions. Mediocrity is designed to feel comfortable in the moment and unbearable in hindsight. Excellence feels unbearable in the moment and liberating in hindsight. That's the trade. And most people choose wrong every single day. So here's your takeaway. Comfort is the real enemy, not failure. Failure teaches. Comfort sedates. Failure pushes you forward. Comfort chains you to the same spot. Once you see comfort as poison, average living becomes unacceptable. Final slap of truth for this section, most people think they have decades left to escape mediocrity. You don't. Time is bleeding out of your life right now. And every day you tolerate average, you're rehearsing for regret. The clock is ticking. What will you do?
Let's cut to the bone. Your life will either be a warning or an example. There is no in-between. If you stay average, you'll become a warning, the kind of person others point to and say, don't end up like that. The friend who had dreams but never acted. The partner who lost their spark. The parent who preached but never modeled. That's the legacy of mediocrity. If you rise, you become an example. Not perfect, not flawless, but undeniable. The kind of person whose life whispers to others, "It's possible. If I can do it, so can you." And deep down, you know which version you want to be. Let's strip away the lies. Escaping mediocrity is not about talent, money, or luck. It's about demand. Demand more from yourself than you currently do. Demand effort when your body wants comfort. Demand honesty when your mind wants excuses. Demand growth when your environment wants stagnation. Shocking truth number 6, nobody will remember you for your intentions. The world only remembers execution. Your excuses, your some days, your half-finished projects, they die with you. All that survives are the things you actually did. So if you died tomorrow, what would remain? A highlight reel of wasted potential or proof that you lived fully, fiercely, and unapologetically? Shocking truth number 7, your future is already here. It's just disguised as your habits. Want to know what your life will look like in 5 years? Look at your routines today. Do you wake up with purpose or roll over in comfort? Do you invest in yourself or distract yourself? Do you surround yourself with hungry people or complacent ones? Your future isn't a mystery, it's a mirror. Here's the psychological kicker. Your brain will fight to keep you average. It craves familiarity, even if familiarity is killing you. That's why escaping mediocrity feels so hard, because you're literally rewiring your neural pathways. But hard doesn't mean impossible. It means valuable. The key is identity. Stop saying, "I don't want to be average," and start saying, "I don't tolerate average." See the difference? One is desire, the other is standard, and your standards shape your destiny. So here's your next shift. Raise the floor, not the ceiling. Don't fantasize about millionaire status or six-pack abs while you can't even control your mornings. Instead, raise your minimum standard. Make average effort unacceptable. If most people settle for 5 out of 10 effort, demand 7 out of 10 from yourself daily. Over time, that gap compounds into extraordinary. Now let's hit attraction dynamics one more time. Mediocrity doesn't just kill your success, it kills how people see you. Humans are wired to seek out leaders, creators, doers. When you rise, others feel it. They respect you, they desire you, they follow you. But when you stay average, people may tolerate you, they'll never admire you. And here's the brutal but freeing truth. You don't owe anyone your mediocrity. You don't have to play small to make others comfortable. You don't have to lower your drive to match your friends. You don't have to apologize for wanting more. Your growth will make some people insecure. Let it. Better to lose people than lose yourself. So what's the path forward? It's not complicated. It's simple. Not easy, but simple. Pick one area of your life that screams average. Decide what the opposite of average looks like there. Take one small but undeniable action toward it today. That's it. No overthinking, no waiting, no perfect timing. Just rebellion against the average script. Here's your final slap of truth. Most people will die average because they never decided not to. That's it. Not lack of opportunity, not bad luck, just a refusal to make the decision. So decide, right now, decide that mediocrity is not your destiny. Decide that comfort is not your God. Decide that regret will not be your legacy. Because escaping mediocrity is easier than you think. The hard part isn't the action, it's the decision. And once you decide, nothing about you stays average.